Jesus.
Stop, 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 stop.
Ever thought you could drive a double-decker bus? There's plenty of people who think they can, with thousands applying every year.
My dream was to drive in London. Here I am.
Come on, put your foot down. Let's see.
For those that make it onto bus driver training, the hard part has just begun.
What am I doing here?
A team of specialist instructors has 6 weeks to whip recruits into shape.
What's a bus lane for?
It's a course which pushes trainees to their limits.
Oh, I'm going to have nightmares tonight.
I believe I'm going to give up today.
For the lucky few who make it, a new career beckons behind the wheel of one of the biggest vehicles on the road.
You don't want to get on here, love. Trust me.
With the lives of over 80 passengers in their hands.
Welcome to bus driving.
At the double-decker depot, 50 recruits are gearing up for another busy day behind the wheel.
Good luck for today. Have a good drive. Right. See you later, boy.
Grandmother Michelle Sandys is 2 weeks into her training, with plenty to learn.
I've got to say, you could have a really bad hair day every day here.
Today, her driving progress is going to be checked by one of Arriva's most experienced assessors, Jim Johnston.
Right, move off when you're ready.
Michelle's canned a 25-year career at the co-op to try and make it as a bus driver.
I am quite angry with myself because I could have achieved quite a bit by now if I had maybe had the guts to do it sooner.
On this drive, Michelle's trying not to make Jim see red.
Oh, sorry.
Have you got a spare 50 quid?
Traffic lights tend to catch me out a little bit. To a bus driver, green is bad. It can change at the drop of a hat.
Oh, you bat.
Then you're in trouble.
Sorry.
Your bus takes a lot longer to stop, and you've got a load of passengers, which will wind up all over your floors. That's not good.
The problem isn't just when Michelle stops, it's where she stops.
How will you know when to go?
You mean the lights?
Oh,
Sorry.
important part of the road, aren't they?
With Jim's help, Michelle has finally seen the light.
You too could be trained by another company and end up driving like that. We're going to stop there. The approach to lights. The faster you're going, the earlier you come off the gas. And if they do start changing,
Just
because like
keep
you
going.
said, past the point of no return.
Point taken.
Oh, I'm glad it was.
Michelle will improve as long as she follows Jim's advice to the letter.
All you have to remember is dogs. Doors, gears. Don't know what the only S is. I tried being clever there, but...
Michelle has 3 weeks to get ready for her test.
Even with all the training that I've had, I can still make mistakes. But I'm still passionate about doing it, and I will.
Sean Ducey is only 20 years old. He's well into his motors.
It looks like it's got a comfy seat. I love driving. I get in my little car and I'm just shotting about the place. Driving a bus is different, but still driving.
He can't wait to get behind the wheel of a 10-ton double-decker.
Jump in, Mr. Hoodie.
I've drove so many cars, I've drove vans, and I find it easy as anything.
Instructor Keith Wildman's challenge is to transform the boy racer into a bus driver.
Slow down, get ready to stop, get ready to stop. Feel the brakes. You're not on the brake, you're on the gas. You should be covering the brake. Slow it down, look, slow it down. You're not seeing the hazard for what it is. Slow down. Yeah, I know what it is, but you're approaching it as if you're in the car. You've got to get out of that car and get in the bus. They've got to be aware of what's happening around them. And some young fellas, they're at the peak of their powers. There's no fear factor. In your car, you'll be round and gone. Look, think how big it is. Think of what you're driving. You're trying to put an old head on young shoulders.
Sean's rapidly heading for trouble.
Don't cut over, look, because of that railing. Don't cut over. No.
Where are we going?
Stop. Handbrake on, stop.
Sean's first lesson has been too fast and furious for Keith.
If I hadn't been there, you'd have had a crash with a bus, he'd have turned left into a railing, your driving brain is still geared into that car. Most errors are made when people rush around.
I've learnt more stuff about what you got to do, all the hazards. I thought it'd be easy to drive a bus, but it's so hard.
After 6 weeks of training, it's the day of Michelle's test. Her chance of becoming a fully qualified bus driver.
Today is D-Day for me. Hopefully God's on my side today, I hope.
Now Michelle has 90 minutes to prove to an independent examiner she's got what it takes to become a bus driver. Test over. Has Michelle fallen short?
OK, Michelle, that's the end of the test. Please say you pass. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Michelle's now a qualified bus driver.
Now is my time. Now it's onwards, upwards, and sky's the limit.
That is fantastic.
Car enthusiast Sean is 3 weeks into the course and still coming to terms with all there is to learn.
Last week we was in a classroom all week. This week we've been driving. You've got to think about the bus and other road users, pedestrians, cyclists, motorbikes. You've got to think about everything.
You've got to give your brain a chance to just absorb it. And trust yourself, you probably know more than you think.
Yeah.
The 20-year-old was never a model pupil.
Back at school, I was a bit of a troublemaker, I suppose. Done what I wanted when I wanted.
After 3 weeks of training with his instructor Keith, Sean still has some rough edges.
Hey, don't panic, we're back on the road. This isn't like school, this is the workplace. And I'm here to educate. Why did that happen?
I think I wide enough. I knew there was training, but I didn't know there was anything like this. I thought getting a bus, you drive and that's it, but learn by your mistakes.
Why did I do that?
She weren't looking where she was going.
You weren't concentrating, and you didn't do nothing about it. Why not?
So I didn't see her in time.
You don't see her as a hazard. She's a definite hazard to you.
So much going into my head, I'm getting headaches.
Despite Keith's advice, Sean is still in a hurry.
All right, relax, just relax. OK? Safely.
Driving a car, I can take corners at 30, 40 miles per hour. If you put a 6-litre engine in a car, it'd be gone in seconds. But the size of the bus, it can't pull away.
But see how quickly you can get in trouble if you just lose that bit of concentration. Relax. Don't do it. If you got to go through it. I love this.
Back in the depot, Keith gives Sean his full report.
The speed limit is a limit, not a target.
Yeah.
You don't have to get up to it. Why are we here?
To teach me how to drive a
To get
bus.
you to get through the PCV test, Passenger Carrying Vehicle Licence. Your cargo is precious. They're relying on you to keep them safe. You've got to drive like an old man, basically. Yeah. Seriously. But I love the confidence. Just drop the speed.
Sean has 3 weeks to mature into a bus driver. Having passed her test, Michelle's on the early morning shift, driving the 415 from Tulse Hill to Elephant and Castle.
I'm not worried about the pedals now. Luckily for me, the newer buses have fully adjustable seats, so my little legs fit any pedals.
Out on the road, Michelle's finding life in the bus lane can be tough.
On the run that I'm on at the moment, the cyclists, they're hard work. They come up the side of you where you think nothing could come up the side of you. They get up the side of you. They weave in and out. They're behind you, in front of you. They're like ants.
Instructors will continue to have their hands full, teaching the next generation of double-decker drivers.
Let's go play with the traffic.